That's slammed up between the two Rangi Ruru crews, and they go down with about 3/4 of a length lead over Wellington. They are ripping out there in lane number 7. So Rangi's dropped this canvas on St Margaret's. It's Rangi, look out Rangi.
50 metres to go. It's all Rangi Ruru Girls High School by a lead.
That's the crew from Rangi Ruru. Still the girls from Rangi Ruru. It's Rangi Ruru 1 in gold, Rangi Ruru 2 in silver.
The girls under 18 Cox State gold medalists for 2022. Rangi Ruru Girls School number 1.
It's currently 6 AM in the morning and we're off to do a 45-minute erg. This is our 4th week of training now and we've still got 4 more weeks here until we go up to Carapero. Last weekend we went down to Twizel and finally got the chance to do some training with the other half of our crew from Wellington. Even though it was pretty cold, it was good to get out and get a row in with the whole crew.
Name, home, seat, and yeah.
Okay. Hi, I'm Georgie Bethell. I'm from North Canterbury and I'm stroke seat of the Women's 8 this year. Hi, I'm Nicole Vance and this year I'm in 7th seat of the Women's 8 and I'm from Christchurch. Hi, my name's Wallis and I'm a boarder from Wanaka. And I'm this year in the Women's 8 16. I'm Phoebe Wallis and I'm bow seat of the Women's 8 and I'm from Minaret Station.
I'm Annabel Wynn-Williams and this year I'm the coxswain of the Women's 8.
We've all been rowing for 4 seasons.
And this is our 2nd year in the New Zealand Under-19 squad. Last year we competed in Varese in Italy and raced at the Under-19 World Champs.
Phoebe and I raced in the Women's Pair.
And I was in the Women's 8 with Annabel and Georgie and we got 5th.
What inspired you to start coxing?
So my babysitter, the girl that kind of lived with us a couple of years ago, she coxed in New Zealand and I was kind of interested in what she did and I'd always see her going out for training and I was like, you know what, that could be a bit of me. And also my older brother rowed 2 years before I started as well, so had been hanging out on the sidelines of Lake Ruataniwha.
My mum rowed at Rangi and she did juniors as well. And I guess when I first came to ergs, it was just like a cool atmosphere and environment and yeah, I just fell in love with the sport. Yeah! So how the selection process works is it's a week-long trial and it involves a 2K erg test, seat racing and prog. If you make it in the boat, you have to prog the boat. It's a lot of seat racing, so the whole week is very intense.
Last year we had our campaign in 2 locations, so we did 2 weeks in Blenheim and then 3 weeks in Carapero.
When we arrived in Italy, you could already tell the environment was so different to just in New Zealand. I had never been to Italy before, so it was really hard to get used to the heat. It was quite a shock when you hopped off the plane. It was like so hot and training in that heat, you just, it was so different. You get dehydrated so easily. We were doing a training row and literally the crew beside us was speaking a different language, so it was just really surreal just hearing all these different languages and versing these people that we've never seen before, which was really cool.
And that's the start list for the A final.
Here we go: Romania, Czech Republic, the United States of America, Great Britain, New Zealand and Germany.
As a cox, I guess I've got this big timeline sheet leading up to the race that I have to organise what time the girls are doing this, getting on water, what time exactly we're going to have our drink. So I guess it's that pressure of always being on time and always knowing what we're supposed to be doing.
Lane 5, it's the Kiwis. Stroked by Georgie Bethell and coxed by Annabel Wynn-Williams.
So throughout the whole campaign we had to be really cautious about COVID because getting it would potentially mean that you would be out of the boat. So during flights we had to make sure to spray down everything before touching it, and we weren't allowed to eat until everyone in the plane had their mask back on. The day after racing we did test positive for COVID, so I definitely think that would have impacted our racing. Highlights? I feel like the first highlight was definitely doing the prog. So I came from North to South and I hopped into the 8 while they were at trials, and we did a really good prog, and it was a super cool moment. And we were like, oh my god, we have like a shot here.
Yeah, that was probably one of my highlights as well, going because fastest I've ever been in a boat.
You ready? Show me that leg drive. We walk together. Now.
Obviously being a boarder, this meant that I wasn't able to go home for like 3 months, so I missed out on a lot of time seeing my family, like my pets and everything. When you're away a lot, you know, you're away from your friends and they send you like videos of them having like fun. And so last year we missed out on our senior school dance. With COVID we weren't allowed to attend, and we were actually in Christchurch, which is quite challenging because we all saw everyone going and we all wanted to be there. Obviously being in year 13 this year, a lot of things like there's school dance which we get to go to this year, but like 18s and just like school activities that we miss out on, which is quite, yeah, a bit of a sacrifice we have to make, but it's all worth it in the end.
We did obviously make friends in the
Yeah, you
campaign,
meet lots of people, like
so
meeting all
cool.
the North Islanders.
Yeah.
It was really cool.
So cool to meet like a whole variety of new people who you've raced against but you don't actually know.
This year they've changed it up a bit, so we're going to be going up to Karapara and we're going to be spending 6 weeks up there, and we'll be going to school at St Peter's, and then from there we'll go to Paris.
What advice do you have for aspiring New Zealand athletes?
I think the biggest thing is, like, I know so many people that have started their careers like out of school, so I think if you don't make juniors or if you don't make your top boat at school, that doesn't mean you're not going to get anywhere in the future. Like, everyone's pathway starts at different times, and I think the biggest thing is you just have to have determination and keep that drive to keep going.